When you're writing your OET letter, you need to use the past perfect tense correctly. Let's take a look at that today. Hi, and welcome to another OET grammar lesson. I'm Sharon, and today we're going to talk about two verb tenses that are frequently confused by OET test takers: past simple and past perfect. This lesson is brought to you by Benchmark Education Solutions, and you can find us on the web at edubenchmark.com. If you're looking for regular video guides to OET and English grammar, be sure and click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. First of all, we're looking at these two tenses together because they're frequently confused by OET test takers. The structure of the past perfect is very easy. We use the helping verb had with the past participle for all subjects. I had watched, you had watched, he, she had watched, we had watched, you had watched, plural, and they had watched. The past perfect has two important uses. The first use is to talk about a completed event that happened in the past before another completed event that also happened in the past. For completed events that began and ended in the past, just use past simple. Here's an example. She was in pain for 3 days. Because we're using the past simple, we know this event started and ended in the past. We know she isn't in pain anymore. But if we say, she had been in pain for 3 days when she scheduled an appointment, we're telling our reader that both of these events happened in the past, but she felt pain before she scheduled an appointment. The reason she scheduled the appointment is because she was in pain for 3 days. The first event that happened, her pain, is in the past perfect tense, and the second event, scheduling an appointment, is in the simple past. It might help you to think about it this way. A sentence with the verb in the past perfect seems incomplete by itself. It needs another frame of reference to be completely understood. If I say she had been in pain for 3 days, I'm left wondering, what then? What did she do after she had been in pain? The sentence seems incomplete without the action of what she did to stop the pain. Here's another example. Mario had already taken his medication. This sentence needs more information. If all I want to know is that Mario took his medication, I would just use the simple past. Mario took his medication. But because we're using the past perfect, your listener expects more information. When did he take his medication? He took his medication before Maria came home from work. That's important information, and we're establishing a timeline of events. The past perfect tense works best with another phrase that gives a frame of reference to the sentence. It can sometimes be difficult to think about when an action or an event took place, but marker words can help make it clear when these actions happened. Let's look at some examples of marker words for the past simple. Until. She felt fine until Tuesday. In. The patient first noticed the symptoms in April. Ago. This is a common one. She broke her hip 2 weeks ago. And yesterday. She visited the clinic yesterday. When you see these words being used, check to discover if the event or action was finished. If it is finished, you should use the past simple. Make sure you form the past simple correctly. Most verbs take ed on the end if they're regular. Add ed to visit to get visited. If the verb already ends in e, just add the d. Notice, noticed. Break becomes broke in the past, and feel becomes felt. They're both irregular, so these just have to be memorized. Be careful to make the past simple correctly. Some of the most common verbs in English are irregular. Now let's talk about time markers for the past perfect. Time markers for past perfect are different than time markers for past simple. They can help us understand when the past perfect should be used. A common marker word for the past perfect is before. He had been in pain for 3 days before he scheduled a visit. Until can also be used because it is another word that links two events together. James had struggled to hold down his food until he started eating better. For can also be used if it's clear that the first event has already ended. She had been visiting this clinic for 3 years when she began seeing Dr. Jones. Because is also a common marker word for the past perfect because it links two actions together. He had taken his medications faithfully because his GP told him it was necessary. The past perfect tense is not commonly used in casual speech. English speakers tend to use the past simple in casual speech just because it's easier. However, for formal speech and writing, like your OET referral letter, it's very important to use the past perfect because it helps your reader understand the exact order of events. Use the past perfect to tell about the first action that happened in the past, and use the past simple to describe the second action that happened in the past. Look at this example. He had complained of migraines for 4 weeks before the CAT scan revealed a more serious problem. We used the past perfect to say that the man had complained of migraines first. Then we used the past simple to say that the CAT scan revealed a problem. The marker word before helps you know that you should use the past perfect to describe an action that happened before another action in the past. The past perfect is also used for reported speech. OET candidates can use the past perfect to report what someone has said. For example, a patient. Mrs. Lohman said there had been a great deal of pain before she began her medication. Here we're showing the order of events again. The first event was a great deal of pain, and the resulting event was that she began taking medication. Again, our marker word is before. Notice that if the second event is strongly implied from the first event, it might be possible to leave out the second event. But my advice for your OET letter is to always include the second event if you're using the past perfect tense. Here are a couple sentences so you can check your understanding. Please be sure to pause the video if you need more time to think. No pressure. You'll see a sentence with two verbs in brackets. Both verbs need to be changed. Put them into the past simple or the past perfect. Here's the first sentence. In this sentence, the event that happened first was that Mr. Johnson had shown no symptoms. The second event, also in the past, was that he visited his GP. You can see the marker word until used in this sentence. Here's the next question. Here the first event was the chest pains, and the second event was the ending of the chest pains. He had complained, and they have since ended. In this sentence, we are also reporting the patient's speech, besides putting the events that happened in order. We didn't use a marker word in this sentence, but you can see the conjunction but that is used to connect the two events. How did you do? I hope this video has helped you understand a little better how to use the past perfect in your OET writing. Would you like to write some sample letters and have them checked by an OET instructor? Check out our website at edubenchmark.com. Don't forget to watch our other OET grammar videos and be sure to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.